Secretary of State for Legislative Affairs under President Obama. Good to see you.
Great to see you, Leland.
I'm angry.
Yeah.
One, that it happened, the execution. But is this as feckless as it seems?
I share your anger.
Okay. Do you think my analysis is fair?
Hate what is happening. Hamas's devilish organization. This indictment, you're right. Look, this is not anything very serious. A year later, Hamas is guilty of committing crimes against Americans and terrorist attack. Surprise, we know that, right? But the bottom line is this. The Biden team has been providing unlimited supplies of weaponry to Israel for the past year to attack Hamas, find them, and root them out. And Israel has killed over 10,000 Hamas fighters. This is not a feckless policy.
Okay, couple of things on that. One, the hostages were killed in Rafah, executed in Rafah, which is where the Biden administration and Kamala Harris, who's seen the maps, put huge pressure on Benjamin Netanyahu not to go into. Two, when asked over the weekend about getting more hostages back and a ceasefire deal, this was the exchange with President Biden and a reporter. Take a listen.
Do you think it's time for Prime Minister Netanyahu to do more on this issue? Do you think he's doing enough?
No.
Okay, so no, he is not doing enough.
Yeah, but he has a reason to say
Netanyahu responded, though. Okay,
yes.
Here it is. August 20th, Secretary of State Antony Blinken calls for Hamas to accept an extraordinarily generous ceasefire deal that was offered by Israel. May 31st, President Biden says Israel has agreed to enduring Gaza ceasefire proposal, which Hamas did not agree. August 16th, Hamas refuses new ceasefire deal as Biden applauds progress. August 28th, hostage deal fate in Hamas's hands, meaning Israel has already agreed to it, says the CIA deputy director. Those are all things that Prime Minister Netanyahu quoted. Here's my question, because that's my job to ask them. Why doesn't anybody ask if Hamas should do more?
Everybody's asking Hamas to do more. That is where this whole story.
But nobody. Hold on.
I'll tell you.
That's not what President Biden said.
President Biden right now is pressing Israel, as he should, and the United States is pressing Hamas, as we should and as we are, by sending the military support that we have been to Israel, by providing intelligence support underneath that as well. That is a crucial component to rooting out Hamas. It is an evil, diabolical organization. It should have no role in the future governance of Gaza. But for example, what we're watching right now in Israel, 500,000 Israelis protesting in the street, calling on Bibi Netanyahu to make a deal. The defense minister getting in a shouting match with the prime minister at a cabinet meeting saying, we need to cut a deal. What you're asking for right now is moving the goalposts on the negotiations. I think that's where the president's coming out. He's saying, we've had these agreements. We have a structure. Let's close this deal like the Israeli people are demanding.
Okay, well, to be fair, some Israeli people and others are not. The Israeli populace is as divided as America.
Well, the IDF across the board also is pretty strong in favor of a deal.
Well, the IDF's also been fighting a war for 10 months because they've had to, because of the U.S. Perhaps making them fight with one hand behind their back. I'm going to give you the last 30 seconds here. Does the U.S. risk becoming, for lack of a better term, impotent in the Middle East when President Biden says things over and over and over again and they don't happen?
I really do think that we run the risk of being seen across the world, of not being able to get the results we need if we are not able to get this deal done. And that's why it's so important. But if the United States, if we can't get this deal done and Israel walks and Hamas walks, we're going to have a continual war. That's bad for the entire region. It's bad for the Israeli people.
When we have more time, we're going to come back and talk about how this only benefits Iran. Good to see you, my friend.
Thanks.
Thank you.